Hello, and welcome to this bonus edition of Let's Talk About It with your girl, the DiDi Skky, DiDi Skky. I am so glad that you are here with us today. This is a bonus edition because, of course, you know our show typically airs at 6 p.m., but we have a special guest that's coming through. He's taking care of our furry friends right now. And so I am super excited to have Dr. Vernard Hodges from Critter Fixers. I am so excited about that. So he will be joining in shortly, but I would not be able to get this party started without my co-host. I call him the voice of God, the man behind the meme. Give it up for Major.
Hey, DiDi, what's up?
How are you?
DiDi, I'm gonna use a simple word today. I am about to get bougie.
Okay.
I'm about to get bougie, DiDi. I'm gonna tell you.
Why is that?
Well, DiDi, tomorrow is my birthday, and I am turning up so good, DiDi. I am gonna turn up until I can't turn down.
Oh my goodness! So what are the birthday plans?
Oh, I can't disclose the birthday plans on air, DiDi, because I have to keep some level of mystery about what it is. Apparently, I don't know what the plans are. So It's a mystery to both you and me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I will let you know.
Doing something special for you?
I'm thinking so. Man. Either that or I might end up at the Critter Fixer Country Vet. Well, whatever it is, DiDi, I hope I don't go too crazy because in my youth, there may be pictures of me floating around in a leather pants with a with a big hat and a feather in the tip of the hat. So,
no, really?
Yeah, man. I probably won't do that this time though.
Oh my goodness. So are we worried that you may be on this what is it called? What's the thing? The freak meat video with your leather strap-on pants?
Well, no, I didn't say nothing about no strap-on pants. Now they were just leather pants, DiDi, wasn't it? What? You didn't add a lot going on. Appreciate it, Levi. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I ain't never did no strap-on nothing now. But no, they were like leather pants. This is back in my youth, though. This is probably 20 years ago, DiDi. But there's no footage of me. Well, maybe there is footage of me, but I know there are definitely some photos of me floating around in my youth and my college days, looking crazy.
Okay. Well, we both have those. I think mine hopefully are in the "Don't Show This" archives. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I know that's right. It's some photos I hope never surface. I'll tell you that now.
Absolutely so. So today's show is brought to you by Grown and Sexy Tavern.
Welcome to Grown and Sexy Tavern, where sophistication meets soulful delights right here on the south side of Atlanta. Unwind in our exclusive cigar lounge, where you can savor the finest cigars. Join us for our 4 to 8 daily happy hour specials like $1 whole chicken wings. Don't miss out on $10 crab leg Fridays or soul food Sundays either. Grown and Sexy Tavern, the hottest new spot on the south side for the 30-plus crowd. Come check us out at 3461 Roosevelt Highway in Atlanta, Georgia. Savor the moments, cherish the memories.
Oh, that's pretty slick.
Grown and Sexy. I actually have been there, and it is just that. It is grown and extremely sexy. So shouts out to my girl Cherokee and her man. And, again, very grown, very sexy. They have a cigar lounge right next door. They have live music, really good food. So definitely check them out. Definitely.
Yeah. DiDi, I think I'd like to have a one-night stand. DiDi, what? What?
Say what? Say who now?
I said, I think I'd like to have a one-night stand.
Where did that come from? A one night stand? Is that a drink?
It's on the menu. Yeah, see, look at you. You got excited. It's on the menu. Yeah, it's actually a drink that's featured on the menu, DiDi, at the Grown and Sexy Tavern.
Because that's Grown and Sexy, you know.
Oh, I guess it's Grown and Sexy, DiDi. But yeah, if you're gonna go over to Grown and Sexy Tavern, get yourself a side order of Brussels sprouts, a nice smooth cigar, and have yourself a one night stand. The night is young.
Well, I have to order that the next time I'm there. And you know, we are giving away a $50 gift card. So you definitely want to stick around until after our exclusive interview. You want to stick and stay because we're going to tell you once again how you can win this $50 gift card. But I'll give you a hint. You must like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I like that segue.
That's right. Yes,
that was a real clean segue, DiDi.
Go ahead and get on up in there. So make sure that you like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. If you're watching on Facebook, don't do it now. Hop on over after. Go and check out our YouTube channel and do just that. Subscribe. That is key. You must subscribe. So, oh my goodness. Well, we are working on our guest for tonight. He says that he's here, but we don't see him, unfortunately. So we are trying to connect with Dr. Hodge and make sure that we are all good.
You know what I think is happening, DiDi? I think he's probably fixing a critter. Maybe some poor hyena, fell victim to the scenery. And and he's probably fixing it up right now. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah.
Well, I've been told where he is, so I'm gonna let you take over for our guest until I go and get our special guest. So go ahead and talk to our audience right now, Major.
All right, I got some things that they need to hear. As a matter of fact, go right on ahead. Go right on ahead, DiDi. I'm gonna give myself the full screen here, guys. I do want you to now that DiDi's gone. Oh, hey, DiDi. I'm sorry.
I'm still here. Go ahead. You can get the full screen. You got it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So listen, guys. Now that DiDi's gone, check this out. All right. So look, I really am trying to get like the most amazing birthday going on, and I want to have so many shindigs, and I want to do things that I've never done before. So let me show you guys how you can stay connected with me. You can check out the link in the description. You know how like the females on Instagram, they always have the link in the description of their bio. Well, I don't have the link in the description of my bio, not my Cash App anyway. But if you do look in the link in the description, you can donate to my cause. You can donate to our podcast to show us, a little love and support to help us keep feeding you this phenomenal, excellent content. That will be a great, excellent birthday gift that I could share with my super awesome co-host, DiDi Skky. So yeah, check that out. The link is in the description under my name. You'll be able to donate there. And any monetary donations, help me to get out the ghetto, because that's what I would like to have happen. Oh, hey, DiDi. Hey,
I'm still here. Keep going. You got it. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you guys could see me in person, I am literally sitting out on the side of the road with a old school coffee mug. And it has a few change. I had a little bit of change on the inside of it, and that's why I'm here.
I doubt that very seriously. You're a major hustler.
Who, me? Yeah, I would have to be. Yeah, DiDi. So what you got going on? What you got going on, DiDi? For this weekend?
Actually. I'm working on getting our guests, so you take over, talk to the audience, have them make sure they're chiming in, see who's with us right now. You got this. Take care of it.
Oh yeah, I got it. Let's see. We got Jaquetta Robinson said, "Happy birthday, Major." I appreciate that. Oh yeah, I appreciate that, man. Let me see if I can figure out. Let's entertain each other. Hold on. Appreciate it, Jaquetta Robinson. Is it Jaquetta or Jaquita? I don't know how to pronounce that.
It's Jaquita.
Jaquita?
And you take the full screen, Major. You got this. Take the full screen. You don't need me. You're behind the scenes. You don't need to have my face. You got this.
All right, guys. Well, this must be shaping up to be such an amazing bonus episode. So, I guess ask me anything you guys want to know, since we got about 17 people in the room. I'll tell you what, here's something else that I was also thinking about. I'm going to just throw this out there. I've been thinking about maybe dropping some behind the scenes footage on how I actually go about putting this together behind the scenes of me and DiDi, just to show how we come up with this show. Well, not this particular episode, because as you guys know, normally we don't have you hanging here like this. Hey, what's up, Brittany Mobley? Good to hear from you. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us. But yeah, if you guys think it might be interesting to see how this show comes together behind the scenes, I don't know if we have any film buffs or editing gurus in the building. But yeah, if that sounds like it may be some cool content, put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to put a 1 in the chat, so I can be the first one. If you guys had to guess how old I'm turning by the sound of my voice, what would you guess? If you had to guess, am I turning 20? Am I turning 25? Am I turning 35? I just might be the right person to do a 2 truths and a lie. I might have to try that out, but I don't think I would ever be as good as DiDi at that, because I get fumbly all over my words. Does anybody actually watch Critter Fixers? That's crazy. Rachel says, yes, I would love to see that. Oh, man. I got some good news, guys. I got some excellent news. You won't believe the level of news that I have. Our special guest, Dr. Hodges, is in the building. In the building.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. We got him on. Maybe you're doing a pretty good job.
DiDi, you know, I'm telling you, let me tell you this, DiDi. I'm gonna be honest, man. It's hard. It's hard doing what you do. I don't know how you do it. And
no one can see you. So
yeah, DiDi is trying to get me on my interviewing prowess, and it's just not.
I've been telling jokes.
I'm developing. I'm developing.
No one can see you. So
well, I'm developing, DiDi. All right. But yeah, let's not wait any longer. These guys came here to hear about fixing critters, and I'm so excited.
Know what? Yes, absolutely. I am going to bring on our guest. He is the co-host of one of my favorite veterinarian series, Critter Fixers, Country Vets on National Geographic. He's also a businessman, author, mentor, and a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. That's right, my friend is in the house. That's right, guys. Give it up for Dr. Vernard Hodges.
Hey, DiDi, how are you?
Hey.
What's up? Sorry about that. I had some technical delay. I fix animals. Not so great on computers. My assistant was doing something. I got one assistant in Las Vegas, so it was just me, and I was in the wrong place. But we here now. So
you are here.
Yo,
go ahead, Nathan.
I got the beep, man. I got the message that you were trying to resuscitate a fetal pig. So
hey,
I did. Yeah, so no worries about being a little tardy, man. It happens, man. It's such a great honor to meet you, brother.
Pleasure.
That's right.
Thank you.
Well, listen, Dr. Hodges. Oh my goodness. First of all, I'm gonna try not to fan out. I'm gonna try not to, because I am a huge fan of all things, National Geographic. I love the incredible Dr. Poole and other animal shows. I'm like always tuned in and cringing and turning my head and doing all of this stuff. But when I ran across your show, you and Dr. Ferguson,
yes,
and saw my brothers,
yes,
I have been enamored and just out. You had me pulled in. So again, I am just honored to have you on the show, and congratulations on your recent Critic Choice Award. and all of the success that you have.
Thank you so much. It's been a great ride. Great ride.
Yes. So let's get on in now. Let's get in. I was even more, as I mentioned, excited about you and seeing your show, but I was able to tune into you even more after reading your book.
Yes.
Bet on Yourself. And so you described your childhood growing up in Fort Valley.
Correct.
As poor, but you said that you were surrounded by love and hard work from your mom and father. Talk about that.
Yes, that makes all the difference. I mean, oftentimes you don't know what you don't have because you just don't have it. But I know I had a love for animals, and my folks always nurtured that. They didn't really know veterinarians, so we didn't take our animals to the veterinarian. All they knew is their baby loved animals, and they nurtured that, and they nurtured that within me. Fort Valley was a great place to grow up. A lot of times I got some lifelong friends. I got a chance to just become a man who didn't have a lot, but I know that I wanted to be able to give back to my community. And I knew I had to bet on myself, and that's kind of how that book came about.
Right. And so you mentioned, that you didn't have a lot growing up. And you also mentioned in the book the challenges that you experienced. Of course, you called it the trap. The wheeling, trying to wheel you in, and you're hustling and getting into it. How were you able to stay on track, seeing your friends who were, hustling and doing things to make money? You're seeing their cars, you're seeing the jewelry, you're seeing this wad of money, but you are trying to just stay on track. How did you do that?
As a young Black man, those things can kind of pull you in, but you just have to stay grounded to what your mom kind of tells you. Like, look, baby, it's trouble there. Look, just keep doing what you're doing. If you go ahead and you love animals, let's get you to become a veterinarian. Let's get you to go out and do in the world, and animals in that veterinary hospital can be your trap. You can sell legal things in that every day. I sell amoxicillin, penicillin, amikase. That's my trap. So I'm able to sell medications. I'm able to, provide veterinary care for animals. So it's just trying to, and that's one thing I try to do with kids. The first line of my book in the first chapter is motivated by shame. And the thing is, the reason I was motivated is I failed in 9th grade. Because you don't know these things, you don't know you're smart. You don't. That's what we got to do with these kids. Like, show them, like, look, you are smart. Even if you're failing right now. I was a kid who was failing. Who people are like, okay, is he gonna be with this crowd? Is he gonna be with this crowd? Where is he gonna end up?
Right.
And I had to say, okay, I'm shamed. But what am I gonna do about it? Am I gonna pick myself up? And now the world knows who Vernard Hodges is.
You are right about that. The world knows who you are, my friend. And so you mentioned, your childhood and those friends. I actually read in your book and also saw a recent post about one of your childhood friends who was released from prison. Why was it important for you to be there for him when he was released?
We was in childhood together from the 1st grade until he got locked up, went to the penitentiary, and as I was achieving some level of success and achieving my dreams to become a veterinarian, he would write to me like, man, encourage, and he literally would encourage me. So he's incarcerated, and he's like, hey man, bro, you got to keep going, and we would write back, and I would kind of say, hey man, I'm here, and I was like, when you get out, I'll be there. And so the day he was out of prison, I was there, I was at the prison gates. And it's very emotional, it almost made me want to, because,
I feel that. I feel that with you, Brad. He was there for you, and you are there for him now.
Now he's a truck driver. I bought him a truck. He is doing good, going over the road. So, you can get encouragement from anywhere. And a lot of people may not understand it. People may look like, man, this guy's incarcerated, but they don't know we come from the same stock. And, we help encourage you.
Yeah. And the saying that I am my brother's keeper.
For sure.
Is extremely true. And so through those mentorship and guidance, you were able to find your way to Fort Valley State.
Yes.
Where you pledged Omega Psi.
I'm an only child, so I've never had brothers or sisters. So I was lucky enough. My grades were getting a little bit better. So I signed up with a consortium. They paid for my SATs. It's like, look, you're a smart kid. I'm gonna pay for you to go to Fort Valley, and we'll see how you do. And I know you'll do well. So I went at the summer school. Right after school. That was to kind of make sure I stayed out of trouble. I went straight from high school to summer school. And that time we had quarters. The quarter system instead of semester. So I was like, man, I want to be one of these guys in this purple and gold.
Yeah.
And, I ended up pledging as a freshman. So I went summer, fall, winter, and then I pledged the spring. So my line name is the Baby Q because I was the youngest one to pledge in the valley. So, it was a dream. Fort Valley was amazing. My fraternity brothers were amazing. And back then, it was a little bit different. I was looking. We used to walk around with that lamp, right? This lamp is about 34 years old. So I can remember running around the yard with this thing with Hodges on. So this is very, very similar.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Listen. So I am feeling all kinds of ways right about now. The fact, when I read in your book that you pledged your freshman year, you were 17, and how bad I wanted to be a Delta my freshman year, but didn't get a chance to because Alabama State was off the yard. We ain't gonna tell nobody, but shout out to Beta Ada. And so I ended up pledging my senior year in 96. And so I give homage to anybody that's in the Divide Line. Somebody that crossed in 89?
89. Thank you. I saw them dudes in the purple and gold, and I was like, I gotta be one of them.
I gotta do that.
And it's like, man, you're a little boy, you're first. I say, listen, whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. We ain't gonna get real deep in it, but you said in your book that you got that test. but
hey, I was given a task. Back then you could get a little task, and I was given a task that I need to have this for one of my future big brothers. And I'm like, look, if that's what I got to do, I'm gonna get it.
You understood this. You understood the assignment. You understood this. So this show is very interactive. I'm sure you see all of the comments. So shouts out to the bruh. Daryl Crawford is here. Shouts out to Levi in the house. I think Major also said Brittany was here. So shouts out to everyone who is tuned in right now. So how did Critter Fixer Country Vets end up on our TV screen?
So, and what's different is when I wrote that book in 2017, I formed my practices. I had some real estate dealings. I had some things. So I was kind of planning to transition and kind of fade to black. So this was December 17th. So I get a DM on Instagram, March 6, 2018. And it says, Dr. Hodges, have you ever thought about doing a TV show? And I did what anybody else probably would do. I ignored it.
Right.
I thought it was spam. Guy kept kind of calling, and I said, sure. So I talked to him for maybe about 2 weeks, and he said, okay, we're going to fly down from New York. So they came down and they talked, and then they said, we're going to send a crew down here for a week. We're going to do something called a sizzle reel. So they came down, they followed us for a week, and they said, stand by, it may take this amount of time, but we got a call in a month. And they said, Dr. Hodges, National Geographic wants you. We're going to do just 6 shows. I was like, sure. And if that's what you want to do. They said, do you have an agent? And of course, at that time, why would I have an agent? So I didn't. Got an agent. The first 6 did okay. And I was, and they were like, but you're only a black guy on TV doing animals, so we want to give it another try. I said, well, listen, This is what you gotta do though. I said, let's appeal to the Black audience. Let's make sure we go to some different things. And the next thing you know, we were doing 24 shows a year.
That's
Now
right.
we're filming season 6, and it's in 73 countries.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. And I know, of course, being a broadcast major, getting that sizzle reel and hoping that it will get greenlit, you know, those are all some of the things and, you know, steps and processes of starting a show from the ground up. And so you mentioned that you had your hands in a lot of other projects. You are a businessman.
I am.
Tell us about, give us some tips, give us a little education on your multiple streams of income suggestions and a quick tip on like the stock market. If someone was just looking to do something real quick, what could they do?
All right. So one thing I'll give everybody a quick assignment. And when you look at it, everybody sees those little numbers and everything go by on the screen. And we've been watching those all our years. But, you know, sometimes it is really not as hard as you think. I mean, I'm just going to throw something out there. It's called a ticker symbol. So here's some homework. Just first learn what a ticker symbol means. And that means any company that's publicly traded has a ticker symbol. You know, if you go to Walmart, it's WMT. Or if you all of us shop on Amazon, AMZN. If you look at that, all that ticker symbol means it's just a shorthand for that company, right? Mm-hmm. And then you look at that, you kind of, and as you start to, because I had to teach myself. So as you start to learn more about ticker symbols, then you look at what the stock price was today. And then it's going to say day high or low. That's basically saying where that stock goes between that intertrading between the days. Just start familiarizing yourself with certain things, but just start with something simple like ticker symbol and learn your favorite companies. Google those. You can learn those, I guarantee you, in 20 minutes. Then just start to get yourself into it. And you'll be able to teach yourself some of the basics of the market. But I definitely think the stock market is a place to build wealth. But you know, another common place, and I've been very happy with it, was real estate. I think right now, I have about 250 doors. I think I have 4 or 5 apartment complexes and houses. But it didn't start that way. I started out with one single house. And one of my best friends, who's actually, you know, he's one of my fraternity brothers. It started because he called me and said, "Hey man, I'm moving that way. I need someone to stay." I said, "Well, tell you what, I'm gonna invest in a house, in a rental house, and you come on board, and I'll rent it to you at a decent price." And that's how it started. And this was about 17 years ago. And then I bought another house and another house. And as you start to build your portfolio, you can take the money out or basically refinance it and buy. And just keep upgrading. It's almost like Monopoly. You start with a really small one, you just kind of keep going. Real estate definitely has been a great way to have another stream of income. And then I'm a country boy. I've always dreamed of having a farm, so I have a 250-acre farm with Black Angus cattle that I enjoy. That's one of my favorite places. And you know, sometimes, and as you get to a point, things kind of happen. You know, I know it's not in that book, but since then, probably about a year and a half ago, I bought a golf course. I know it's not in there, but I bought a clubhouse. It's called River North. It's a 218 acre, 18-hole golf course in Macon. River North. It's a lot of fun, bros. We get out there and play a little bit, but it's just anything's possible. You know, that's the thing. You know, as a kid who grew up in a trailer park with a hole in the middle of the floor, who failed in 9th grade, you know, in a small rural community, you just kind of keep building and keep learning and keep putting out positive things, and good ththings usually happen.
Well, bro, you are brilliant. I mean, I got to talk. I got to go ahead and I'm here because first of all, I'm trying to figure out. I even ask my niece this, who is a nurse, how to even pronounce some of the things in your doctoral language. I'm like, what? So the fact that I'm serious, like you are a veterinarian, a doctor, a businessman, an entrepreneur, you're doing all these wonderful things, and you're a mentor, which is something that I absolutely love. You believe in giving back, pouring into our youth. And so when you do this, when you dive into your It Takes a Village Foundation, and those kids hear you talk, do you believe that what you're saying to them is resonating, that where they are is not where they can be? And, you know, you're a prime example. Do you think it really hits home where you've been and where you are now to the kids?
To the kids, yes. To me, it's still, I still see myself as just a country boy. So sometimes when I see them, their eyes light up. But what I've learned, right? So now I have a platform. So let's say you like football or baseball or basketball, right? Or either the soap operas and you see your actor or actress, or you know, even now with Simone Biles, you want to be a gymnast, you want to be those things. So you can look and you can see a black person doing those things. But when you look at when you love animals and you looking for that black veterinarian, I'm it. And in the United States, I'm the only black person they see. So grandmama, mama, auntie, they call and they're like, look, I want to be, how can my baby be this person?
Right.
And so I had my It Takes a Village Foundation was started about 15 years ago when I started having some success. My thoughts were, how can we change things for kids if we don't show them social economics? So I started teaching them business skills. But the more I got into it, it was almost like God was like, yeah, you're making a difference. And I was doing a small part here in this community. But when you look at veterinarians, most of the time now people say, hey, you're the first black vet I see, or I don't really see them. So we make up 2% of the population. So I was like, maybe I was real back in because God wanted to give me this platform to teach the world. That's so with grandmama and mama and all them calling me, I was like, fine, I'm gonna do something called Vet for a Day. We brought kids in and we showed them exactly what it took to be a veterinarian. And we would do about 60 kids. So all of a sudden this company called Zoetis called me and they're like, look, you doing this, can you do it across the country? And I said, yeah, of course. I didn't think, I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna try it. So he gave me money. I said, listen. So the first year I just called one of my buddies. I said, hey man, I need to borrow your clinic in Houston. Then I called one of my buddies in Vegas, and then it started catching on.
That's right.
So this company gives me the money. Everything's free of charge. They get to come in, they get to watch surgery, they get book bags, they get stethoscopes, they get scholarships. If they don't have the money, I fly them in or drive them in or get them a hotel to come in with their parents. Because now these companies all believe, and it's just using my platform because they want to see my face. And so my thing is, listen, Vernard Hodges and my kid, I have one son, we don't need anything. You know, I need you to help these kids. And so now I have a platform, and through my foundation, they put money in. So now I go to Philly, St. Louis, I'm going to Kansas City. 2 weeks, I was in Boston last week, Miami, the Miami Zoo. We're going to have a huge one in Atlanta. I think it's full. You know, I might be able to squeeze some kids, but Atlanta Zoo is on board. So it's going to be huge. I mean, even the old governor who's a veterinarian, Senator Perdue, who's a veterinarian, who's the older governor, he wants to be there. So all these people want to be affiliated with this program.
That's right.
We just won a award as one of the best veterinary kid programs in Vegas 2 weeks ago. So so far we've touched about 3,000 kids, and these kids, it costs nothing.
Oh, and wow.
You say what, how do I know it? Because one, I see it with the kids, they're enamored. Two, now they have a pathway to these schools because LSU, Mississippi State, we're doing one at Cornell, Penn State, all these veterinary schools wants these kids now.
That's great.
So that's how I'm changing the game. So I'm thinking maybe I was lured back because, you know.
You had work to do. You had some work to do. Yes. So, what's the age group? What's the age group?
Is 12 to 15.
12 to 15. I love it. Shout out to Loretta, as well as Marcy. Thank you all for tuning in. So let's get into some pet questions, some animal questions. I'm really excited. So I've had several dogs growing up. My dad, when I was a kid, my dad would pick up stray dogs from the club.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Stray dog from the club. I like it.
He would bring them home, and that would be my pet. So my dog Bobo, and Toby, they came from came from the little club, from around the little street. And so we would take them in. Bobo and Toby, that's so funny. We kept them in the utility room. You know what I'm saying? Where the laundry room is. We used to keep them in there.
That's probably better than most dogs back. I get it. So at least they have some shelter. I like it.
Right. And so I was going to ask, but sometimes, they would wander because, they would want to be out in the elements from whence they come. Right. And so we would let them stay out there. This was before, it was before the fluffy dogs, before everybody was walking around with fluffy dogs and the dogs
that I grew up with. I get it. Right. Now I see dogs named Quindarius and those. So I get it now,
Right. And the dogs are wearing clothes. They have strollers now. It's a whole new situation. But is it not okay to have the dogs chained to the fence?
So you probably can't train them to the fence anymore. That's going you just because of the way it looks, the metrics, and it's probably going to be legal at least most of the places around because one day sometimes they can't get away from elements if it gets too hot and those kind of things. Being outside, if it's not, I would say less than. It don't get too cold here in Georgia, but you probably don't want them outside, probably less than 25, 30 degrees. But the big thing I see here is heat stroke.
Right.
Sometimes if a dog is chained to a tree and you do have water out there, right? But let's say he knocks over the water. So now he has no way to get the shade. He has no access to that water. You may be going out for the day. And, I've seen dogs come in, especially in this Georgia heat with 108 degree temperatures, really hot and really going on. And I see you got this picture here. I'm gonna tell you something special about this picture.
Okay.
So, something called the Street Dog Coalition, and if you look it up, it is a national organization. So I was in Philadelphia, and Street Dog is in about 30 states, and what it does is it provides free veterinary care for the homeless. So this picture is actually taken at a shelter in Macon, Georgia. I was like, tell you what, if nobody do it, I'm gonna volunteer my time. So these actually a dog. I think we did about 70 dogs that day in Macon, but this dog actually belongs to a person who doesn't have a home. So we do this once a quarter all over. I think Atlanta is gonna be our next place, but I'm fortunate enough to be able to provide back to the community. I just want to do things. I want to do it the right way. Thank God that He gave me this opportunity. And that if providing one Saturday, a quarter to go do homeless animals, I can give that up. And that's why that was at a Street Dog Coalition. That's pretty neat.
I love that, and I just love the fact that you pour into your community and you're giving back. How conscious are animals? I swear all of my pets, my dogs, had personalities. Like they were very human. They have human personality. They get mad with you. They act up when they don't want to be bothered, whatever. How conscious are they? Do they really understand as much as we think they do?
I think they do. I think they learn just like dogs, if you spend enough time with them, they start to learn your personality. That's why they come. I think they're awfully smart. But the beautiful thing about dogs is they seem to be very forgiving. Even in situations, I found the situations that they hadn't been in the best situations, they still love their owner. So, I think pets definitely make life a whole lot better.
Yes, you're very right. You're absolutely correct. I know when I had my dog Ivory in college, and she got me through some tough times. She was definitely a service dog, even though she wasn't technically and she wasn't assigned to me. But those emotional times where I missed my family who was back in Florida, times when things were going crazy or that boyfriend was acting up back in college, all of that stuff. but definitely, I have that feeling for dogs. What about other animals? Are birds as conscious? Are, you know, iguanas? What about the other animals?
I think some of them are more so than others. Birds tend to be a little. They're very hard to domesticate. But they do learn. I mean, I had some birds in who can, you know, say over 100 words. I think it's all about doing time. You know, how much time you spend with them. And it's just amazing that the pets that people have now. You know, it used to be, I treat some dogs, cats. I think, you know, I'm not ever surprised. You know, I had an otter in there the other day. I mean, why did a person have an otter? I just fixed them.
You didn't ask any questions as to why you have an otter as a pet.
Sugar gliders. I don't know if people are familiar with those, but you know, kind of sugar gliders. They look like squirrels with big eyes.
Okay.
Yeah. Very. They're called sugar gliders. Maybe about this small. I mean, very fast. They get, you know, that's a very common pet now. Rabbits. Rabbits make good first pets. You know, I see somebody was talking about on here saying an ant farm.
An ant farm, right? Major.
But I have treated a spider. Yes.
Was it a tarantula or?
That's correct. So what happened was this guy had a cage and he was bringing a spider and he would put food in and the spider wasn't quite eating as fast. So he thought the spider was sick. True story.
What was he feeding the spider? He was feeding them like what?
Beetles and different crickets and different things. So he brought the cage in. I took a look at it, and once I took everything out and started looking, he had a lot of food in the corners in the web. So basically, this spider was making him some Lunchables. So I guess he would just go back and eat his Lunchables or eat out of the web, and then these other things would crawl around. So the spider was fine.
Oh man! So speaking of that, and I know you're a vet, so you love all animals. What animals do you enjoy working on or with the most? Are you more drawn to?
So you know, I've always been different. My major was fisheries biology. I'm a fish biologist by training, and so I've always loved dealing with fish. I think probably one of the coolest animals I've worked with and did some surgery on was a moray eel. Yes. So we had, you know, obviously people are fish. I do surgery on fish. I take them out of the water and do it. And so people always like, how do you do this? So if you think about it, right? Take a breath, DiDi. Take a breath. Now breathe out, right? So you use your lungs, right?
I did.
Fish don't have lungs. Fish have gills. So what you do is once you take them out of the water, if you put oxygenated water through the mouth, and I create this machine, and it goes through their gills, it's just like they're breathing. So you can take them out of the water, use the water to go through and across the gills, it comes out. So they get oxygenated water. And I'm also having some anesthesia in this water, so I can keep them up under the same way I did this moray eel. So I do fish surgery all the time.
Wow. And so what about I know it's no least, but what
least? You know, believe it or not, and the reason I can never be a hand model, cats. I like cats, but cats are the hardest. I mean, really, by the time, it's not, but I'm telling you, the hardest animal to deal with is probably a cat. Because the cat does not have, by the time he gets on your leg and you reach down, he's on your head. And by the time you reach at your head, he's back down. So cats are probably the hardest to do.
Yeah, I never, you know, just me personally, I'm not a cat person. I'm not a cat woman because I just think that they're so sneaky. You know, I don't know what their next move is, you know, what they're planning to do. I just think at any given time, they're going to just pounce on me.
And they will. And that's the hard thing because people usually bring the cat in a carrier, right? And so you're in this 6x6 room. So you're trying to figure out, like, is this cat going to come out like the Tasmanian devil? Is it going to come out and chill? So you trying to size this cat up. A dog, typically, now I have some dogs that are a little rough, but you usually can size them up. You just, a cat in a moment's notice can be hanging from the ceiling.
Right, exactly. Now, I know on the show, you listen to music. I hear you talking about you're listening to something, but they can't really air what you're really listening to because of copyright.
For sure.
what is your go-to song when you're in surgery? Jay-Z?
So yes, they can't play the music, and it just depends, and I'll come back to that. So I got surgical techs. I have about 5 of them. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times I'll let them choose the music. And right now, I don't even know what it is. One of them be listening to chill hop. But sometimes I like to listen to some Motown.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll have the best Motowns, and I'm just kind of grooving. Every now and then, I might throw on some Atomic Dog. It depends where I'm at. Depends where I'm at. But, even if I'm really feeling myself and it's like some stuff, I might even turn on some Future, But
right.
But I'm probably listening to something chill. Sometimes I'm in a chill mood. I might just listen to her.
Mm-hmm.
Just or Jasmine Sullivan. But most times it's just kind of a chill groove type. But I do have some not black technicians. I let them do it, and sometimes I'm listening to the stuff I don't know. I'm listening to Garth Brooks or something. And, if it ain't too crazy,
right?
Exactly. So I'll rock with that too, though.
Oh, I love it. So before you go, tell us what advice again you would give our youth. I have a cousin, and I hope she's watching. She's actually her desire has always been to be a veterinarian. She had gone off to Tuskegee, and I'm not really sure where she is in her career right now.
All right, and I'm not before you. Let me stop you there.
Uh-huh.
If you see a black veterinarian, right?
Okay.
There is a 79% chance that they went to Tuskegee. Skky produces 79% of black veterinarians in the world.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. So we can keep going. Nothing wrong with all the schools now, but
right, exactly. So she's headed in the right direction, selecting Tuskegee.
Yes.
But I'm not really sure where she is. So what is your advice to youth who may be struggling at home or in their communities or just in life trying to figure it out? What is your advice to them to just get back on track and just keep going? Just keep going.
That would be my advice. It's like, look, just find that place, find that happy place. If you want to be a veterinarian, right? Sometimes you just knock on every door and say, listen, can I come in and clean your kennels? Very rarely will they tell you no. Just get in the door. Nice. Most of my technicians have moved up to become because they've gotten into the door. Right. Veterinarians, I had a young lady from Michigan State. She's a senior. She came down and she interned with me, and she was like, you have restored my interest in vet med, because sometimes you can be in places because this profession is so white, unfortunately, that it kind of breaks your spirit. So, but what I'm saying is, as a kid who was in rural Georgia on a dirt road, trying to figure it all out, and a trailer with a hole in the floor, who would you have bet on? What you have bet on? So you got to bet on yourself.
You got to bet on yourself.
Right? Because I got all these Fortune 5 companies. I have endorsements with Science Diet. I have endorsement with PetSmart. I have endorsement with the largest animal companies in the world. And they pursue me.
Mm-hmm.
But you put yourself in position for them to bet on yourself.
That's right. That's right. And the thing is when you believe in you and you bet on you, others will then follow.
They're gonna follow.
They're gonna follow.
Because I didn't know I was gonna. I didn't know where I was going to end. I didn't know, but all I know is I was gonna keep betting on myself. So you just gotta bet on yourself. I didn't have a plan to go on TV. I'm in a rural middle Georgia, and I know you guys are in Atlanta, but a lot of times people think Georgia. I've been on these talk shows, and whether it's Tamarin or Good Morning America or Entertainment Tonight or all these, or the DiDi show, all these places, and everybody's like, they think Atlanta, and I always tell them, think Georgia, and then think Atlanta. I'm from the rest of Georgia. I'm not, right? So if they come, it doesn't matter. If you're good at what you do, they will find you.
That's right. That's right. And what legacy would you like to leave?
Oh yeah, that's easy. So that comes to my second part. So I have gotten with my program on the It Takes a Village vet for a day. So my legacy now is if you think about it, it's only 2% of veterinarians are Black, right? Less than 2. What do you imagine the percentages of that are Black owners? It's like 0.00, right? So I joined with PetSmart. So that's why now PetSmart, I am ambassador with PetSmart. But not only that, I have joined forces with them to form something called a vet conglomerate, where I am partnering with Black veterinarians for ownership. There's a new owner in Smyrna partnership, partnering with Dr. Norwood. Dr. Porter and Warner Roberts will be opening her clinic in September. I'm coming back to Snellville with another young lady who I'm partnering with, Alpharetta. I'm going to Philadelphia. I am partnering with Dr. McKeithen in Chicago. And what's crazy is, as I've grown this partnership, I get a call from Russell Westbrook. So Russell Westbrook and I are partners, and we're going to do California and create Black ownership. So my legacy is, it's going to be not only just Black veterinarians, it's going to be Black ownership, and we're going to own part of this game.
That's what I'm take over. It's the takeover, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So before you go, tell everyone how they can pick up your book, the copy of this amazing book, Bet on Yourself. Baby, do you see this? From zero to millions. From zero to millions.
Yes. You can get on Amazon, 5 stars. Amazon has it. I'm around. I'm in my Smyrna location now that I've opened with Dr. Norwood. Usually on Fridays, I'll be glad to sign it. But check it out. I think it, like I say, it talks about the transition, and it's a lot more. It doesn't talk about, I guess I got to write another one, talk about this golf course and talk about Black owners and talk about this and talk about, unfortunately, it was my last hurrah, so I didn't realize that I was gonna, get this thing with National Geographic and be on Disney Plus and be all over different places. So who knows what the next chapter is? But right now, I'm just trying to change the game for some other people.
That's right. Keep riding it. Keep doing it, Fred. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on every single thing. The book is also in our description. So, hey, go into the description, click on that link. You can see it there in Amazon. But congratulations. And listen, I would like to visit the vet.
Sure.
And the farm.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to come, and I'm coming with my book in tow so I can get my autograph. And I can come and see, like, firsthand. I want to see the hospital.
We have it's crazy now. People stop by, especially going to Disney. I have people stopping by like, I'm from California. Some people stopped in from Canada the other day. I mean, people stop by. And again, they like see me, like, and I be like, wow. I mean, I'm just a country boy still here. I'm just thankful. Very thankful.
Keep on keeping on, Fred. And again, congratulations. I'm here supporting you in all that you do. So if you ever need me, if you ever need little on me, you just let me know, and I am there for you. So again, congratulations, and thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Okay, see you soon. I'm coming. Oh my goodness. What a wonderful, wonderful, amazing show tonight. This bonus show was absolutely everything for us. Major, are you still here? What are you doing? Where are you? I know you're excited about this. I saw all your comments.
Yeah. They, man, that's impressive, man. I swear that when I hear people say stuff like that, I'm just like, wow, blown away by all of that. I mean, you would never. It just looks so unsuspected, man. He's such a cool, down-to-earth dude, and he got all of that stuff going on.
Listen, one of the things that you learn when you pledge is humble. HUMBLE, not proud, arrogant, or assuming, lowly, and meek.
Yeah, man. I love that. I absolutely loved it.
Oh, my goodness. So shouts out to my frat brother, Dr. Vernard Hodges. And so for those of you who hung out with us tonight, we want to tell you how you can win that $50 gift card. I know you want it. Major can't get it, but he'll try.
We've cleared that up.
Let me tell you how you can win this $50 gift card tonight. Make sure that you go over, you like, share, and subscribe. Go over to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to it, okay? The link in the bio. like the post. And so you may see the post on my page, DiDi Skky. You may see it on Facebook. You may see it on the Let's Talk About It post. You may see it on Major's page. Wherever you see it, you like it, you share it, you subscribe to it, you connect. What was that? 4 friends or 3 friends?
I think it was 3, maybe 3.
3 friends. Yep. Connect 3 friends, and make sure that you increase your chances by watching and liking our episodes.
Oh yeah, DiDi. I created like 6 or 7 new YouTube accounts. Never mind.
Wait a minute. Are you?
Never mind, DiDi.
You're trying to sneak in.
No.
Now I'm trying to tell you.
No. I didn't create any YouTube accounts and subscribe to the page.
I definitely. $50, 25 of it is coming out of your portions. Well, guys, make sure again you check out Dr. Vernard Hodges' book, From Zero to Millions, Bet on Yourself. The link is in our description. And make sure that you follow me on all my social media platforms. It's at DiDi Skky. Major, tell everyone how they can check you out.
If you want to hang out with me and you're daring and bold and want to get a little spicy, you can hang out with me on all social media platforms at Design by Major.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's show. Again, thank you so much to our special guest tonight. This bonus episode number 11. I cannot believe it that we are just zooming on by. But, tell your friends, tell your family, tell them to like, share, and subscribe. They don't want to miss, because our shows have been off the chain now. They have been extremely good. So you don't want to miss any parts of it. And if you don't have a chance to actually see us, you can hear us as well, where you get your favorite podcast. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartMusic, Amazon Music, Odyssey. We're there. Anywhere you want. We are
everywhere you want to listen, DiDi Skky.
That's right. Well,
let's
do it tonight. Major, you have a great one, and everyone tuning in, thank you all so very much. You know what I say? Go for your goals, reach for the stars, because the sky has no limit. We'll see you soon.